Canada's going to play Czechia again tomorrow. Obviously, they're much better. They should win somewhat easily. But we talked about Lucas Dostal. Like, is he capable of a 50-save miracle? Yes, he could. Is it likely? Probably not. But could he do it? Absolutely. He could do it. So you got to keep your head on straight. And I think Canada will. Like, I feel like they're going to come out and they're on their toes and ready to play. But I just want to see gold medal Canada-U.S. Just get there. Give us one unbelievable, unforgettable game. Let the chips fall whichever way they might.
I'd like to see it too. And I everything's trending that direction, but you have to respect the opponents. And you're right. Lucas Dostal is a guy that I think he had a game last year against Edmonton. He made like 47 saves and like shut them out like 2-0 and was ridiculous. Like he's a good young goalie in the league. Canada's got too much firepower. I think they'll find a way to get to him. But this McDavid guy looks like he's not going to be shut down. Like he looks
that
like
one goal he scored against France, I think it was the fastest I've ever seen him skate. I'll give Celebrini credit too, because he kind of kept up with him and stayed on side and just feathered that little pass and like for that breakaway.
Yeah,
he's
cooking.
He's flying, man. And him with Celebrini, like we're always trying to come up with analogies. And, I've talked to the Quizmasters and others when we were all preparing for what this team could look like. And, I remember mentioning, well, if you put McDavid with McKinnon, could it be the equivalent of Gretzky and Lemieux in 87? And it was pushback on that because Lemieux was younger and he wasn't as established. Well, that's kind of what this could be. Like Lemieux was very young, and they said, you're too good to play on the third or fourth line. You're playing with Gretzky. Like, go play with him and just keep up and just have your stick on the ice and be ready. And clearly that's the messaging here. Like, Celebrini is good enough for that assignment. He has proven it. He knows he's riding shotgun with McDavid. In 87, whoever was playing with Gretzky, that's your job. Keep up with that guy. Try to play on his level if you can. And Celebrini has done it brilliantly. And I do think there's a chance, we look back on that as like this was the launching pad for Celebrini because going first overall is going to do a lot for you. Winning the Rookie of the Year is going to do a lot for you, or chasing it down anyway. But playing in San Jose, he didn't get the same hype in his draft year that Bedard did. Certainly not what McDavid or Sid or Lindros got. Right. But you play at this level with this guy, and you ride shotgun and you perform and you have a big moment in a gold medal game, it's a launching pad that is just unparalleled.
Well, Hayes, he started his launching pad at the beginning of this season where I think I don't think Doug Armstrong and this whole staff kind of penciled him in to begin with, let alone playing with Connor McDavid. But the way that guy, his launching pad was the first 50 games of the season where everybody was like, oh my God. And I gotta be honest, watching him at the World Juniors, I said, this guy's probably going to be like a Jonathan Toews player, well-rounded player. I didn't see being the offensive kind of megastar that he's going to be. I never saw that.
Is he close to generational for you? I know we always talk about these things, and it's probably unfair, but I think he's more close to superstar / generational than the other way.
That's, I guess, what I'm driving at here, and it's up to him to pull his weight. Yeah. What I'm saying is he didn't get the generational buildup.
Buzz, yes.
Like it's been McDavid, Sid, Lindros, Lemieux, Gretzky in my lifetime. And Gretzky was before mine.
Because it wasn't really worthy.
But that's my point. Right. Yes, exactly. He wasn't worthy of it as a kid. Going to college, and then he spent a lot of time in the States, obviously, as a kid.
Just kind of okay at the juniors, and everyone was like, he's going to be a good player.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a hell of a player, and the other thing too, and listen, not that we're guilty of it, but if he played on a Canadian team, it would be a lot more. The fanfare 100%, would be there, right? 100%. San Jose is as far as you can get away from prime time.
Yes.
10:30 at night most nights in Eastern to watch him play if you want to watch him play. And how many people can put up their hand and said they watched San Jose and Anaheim play this year? 10:47 puck drop.
And that's, I guess, again, where I challenge that. You're right, the way he played the first 50 games. And for diehard people in the hockey bubble, that was his launching pad. It wasn't for, Joe from Ottawa who just watches Sens game and checks in. this is a different platform and a different marketing possibility for him because, the reality of it is Toronto, Montreal, New York, Boston, Philly kind of drive the narrative of sports, and for the most in hockey anyway. I mean, those are the big Eastern markets where the media is, and it kind of drives stuff. And if you're playing at 10:37 p.m. Eastern time, it doesn't land for people in the East Coast necessarily. It's not that people aren't aware what he's doing, of course, but watching it like this has the possibility, and it opens up the door for him to do it because McDavid's already established it. Like, Sid's still rolling. McKinnon's rolling. McCarr's ability to skate and stick handle and rip a shot home is absurd. Like, absolutely. This goal he scored against France was gross. Like, you see that at every hockey school in the country. Like, over the top crossovers, over the top stick handles, and then rip one top cheese. And you're like, no one's ever going to do that in a game. He did it at the Olympics. And you're like, okay, that's kind of normal for him.
He does it on a nightly basis.
Yes.
He does,
He's so good. But Celebrini has been the one, and there's been other really good stories, really good players. But the fact that he's 19 and performing like that, and everyone, you can see it on their faces. You can hear it after the game. They're all looking at him like, you got to keep pulling your weight. Like, you're gonna factor into winning a gold here. That's how good he's been.
I got to give you credit because you were one of the first voices to ever say, and it was about end of November-ish.
I was going to say November-ish,
You were like, that kid shouldn't just make the team. He should be slotted on one of the top two lines and be a prominent player. What a call.
If we went back on a Jay's show, right? Like you're probably on a Jay's show, Onright show, yelling and screaming, saying Celebrini has got to play top line.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But I do remember it was like November.
Maybe Coop was listening. You never know.
He should be
bullish on him.
He should
bullish
be.
on him.
Well, listen, he's been really good, man, and McDavid's been good, and yet this is where it really starts.
You're right. The other thing that's been quiet is nobody's worried about the goaltending so far. You're getting a lot of goal supports. You're not really. But I thought Logan Thompson looked really dialed in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I liked him in his game. I think Bennington's been sharp, but now the test starts.
Now it gets going.
Again, I said it at the starting of the show. The quality of competition has not been good. Now you're starting to get some teams that are legit. Real good teams.
Yes.
And you have to be mindful.
Weed out France and Italy and all that kind of stuff, and it's going to be go time. And